Hey everybody,
Good.
NavyDoc5184 here, and welcome to our live stream for our finals for the Best Guitarist tournament. If you would just bear with me for a moment, I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing any of us. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. There we go. Maybe that was what did it. Yep, there we go. Now we're cooking with grease. Alrighty, so like with my past couple live streams, I am joined by my cousin and brother, Eric and Bobby, and gentlemen, I don't even know what to say about these past couple rounds. It did not go anywhere near the way I expected it to. I mean,
Well, it is what it is.
yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm
Yes.
not gonna lie. There is a part of me that's actually very happy that BB King did make it to the finals. But I mean, honestly, I was not even expecting them to get past Jimmy Page.
Well, I guess it's one of those things where Jimmy Page is uh what's the word I'm looking for?
Association?
I lost my train of thought. Yeah, association with the band didn't help him out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that was kind of like what we thought too. We thought it was basically going to be like his association with Led Zeppelin that kind of, I don't want to necessarily say carried him through, because I mean, having listened to
I,
um
I would say when it would win out.
yeah. Oh, do we lose somebody?
Yeah, Eric.
Oh, okay. Probably work related. He'll probably be back.
Hmm. Yeah, but because I thought with BB King and Jimmy Page, I thought they were pretty even, but I thought Jimmy Page's association with Led Zeppelin would have pushed him over.
Yeah, and I thought so too. But I mean, again, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, like I said, I think I'm just more like, while I am surprised, I'm not disappointed,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah, that
Because
makes
even
sense to me.
though, because I think honestly in my heart, I would have probably, if I was one of the ones voting, I probably would have voted BB King myself.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think another thing that helps out BB King, it's like with BB King, he practically carried blues on his back
yeah, and that's really hard to argue.
because, like I said, even like people that don't normally listen to blues, they know of BB King.
Right, exactly. I mean, and honestly, I'm gonna say this. I think the biggest shock of this whole tournament was probably Brian May beating Eddie Van Halen.
Uh, for me, I actually think the biggest surprise was Eric Clapton beating Jimi Hendrix.
That's probably a close second. I mean, that one feels. I, you might be right, because even though I could feel that Eric Clapton, would be a worthy opponent against Jimi Hendrix. I mean, I would not have imagined. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like, if with Eric Clapton going through, it's kind of like you can almost buy it, but it just doesn't feel like you get that same thing with Brian May versus Eddie Van Halen. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, like I think with me, with Eddie Van Halen and Brian May, it's like I can buy as a guitarist that Billy May beats out Eddie Van Halen, but it's hard for me to say I can buy Eric Clapton beating out Jimi Hendrix as a guitarist.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's hard to say, but I mean, that's That is the nature of a beast like this.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix is. If a couple mute, if like just the songs kind of help push people to vote for Eric Clapton.
Hard to say. Hard to say. What's going
Because I
on
mean, I'll
here?
tell you what, that song he made for Phenomenon, Change the World, is a
Oh
pretty good song.
yes, that is a
Pretty good
very good
song.
song. Very good song.
That's probably actually my favorite Eric Clapton song, to be honest.
You know, it would be hard pressed for me to disagree with you. I mean that
Yeah,
was a fantastic song.
because I mean, it's between that and was it Tears of Heaven?
Or Tears in Heaven. Yeah,
Yeah, those two songs.
yeah, yeah. Give me a quick second. I'm checking something out. My stream seems to be messing up a lot. There we go. Let's see if that'll fix it. Oh yeah, that looks like that did the trick. Okay, hopefully that'll help things run a little smoother. Anyhow, but yeah, dude. Though I will say this, like as shocked as I am that we got the finals we did, I'm actually kind of glad we got the finals we did because it kind of gave me something to kind of play with, you know, because it's like we got a royal battle here. You got Prince versus King. I mean, who?
Yeah,
That's like a dude. Don King would have a field day with something like this if he was the one promoting this, you know.
yeah, I know, right?
All right. Well, now that it looks like I kind of got things working a little better with the stream because at first I was looking, I'm like, good lord, I don't even know if we're going to be able to do because what I'm hoping to do at some point is to maybe do some live reactions of a couple of their stuff because my goal is to have this last until midnight because that's when the voting's going to end. And actually, let me take a quick gander and see where we're
Now,
at now with the voting. So right now Prince is up 59% to 41%.
oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's been
I'm
close the whole time. There was actually a point I saw where BB King was actually ahead.
Yeah,
So I
I
mean,
think the thing
considering that,
is,
hmm?
I was about to say, I think the thing is, it's like this one's like kind of one of the roughest. It's like we thought all the ones was rough. I think this one's the roughest.
Yeah. See, and I think this is probably one we never would have thought because I mean, again, with all of our predictions, we nowhere and anywhere close in our imaginations did we think that this was going to be the matchup for the finals.
Yeah, I mean we in our predictions we had
I
Prince
think we
there.
thought it was going. Yeah, I
We
think we
didn't
had
have
Prince versus Van Halen.
yeah because I
Well,
mean
actually,
this was
I think we went back and no, I think the one we went back and
no
forth on was Jimmy Page and BB King.
yeah that was the one that we were going back and forth on. What
Yeah, but
which
in
one we
terms of who
thought?
made it to the finals, I think it was a strong consensus that it was Van Halen that was going to make it to the finals.
Yeah, and he didn't even make it out of the second round.
And I mean, good lord, I mean, who would have thought that? I mean, let's just take a look back at this freaking tournament. So I'm gonna open up a window here. I'm gonna try to at least. Give me a second here. Let's bump. Alrighty, let me go ahead and adjust that screen a little bit. Yeah, because I want to have anybody who's watching or watching the replay be able to follow along with this. So let's make this a little bigger. Not as big as I would like, but hopefully that'll be big enough for people to see. But so I mean, so if we look back at this whole tournament, so let's look at round one. So Eric Clapton, Robert Johnson, you know, I know that one was a lot closer than we thought, so not really much of a surprise that Clapton um, made it through, but I think it was more of a surprise of the fact that it was closer than we expected.
Yeah,
And
I think that
then,
was the close because, like I said, it was kind of one of those things where it's like with Robert Johnson, it was like he was such. I mean, he was back in what the 1930s.
yeah,
So I mean, it's kind of like I said. I mean, we had to watch Crossroads.
yeah, that's how we learned who he was.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that kind of got me too, because I think I was expecting it to be a really, I mean, for him to really kind of run away with it because of the fact that people weren't going to know who Robert Johnson was. So, I wasn't expecting
yeah,
him to get the votes. So the fact that, he did get, as many votes as he did, it's like, that was really good to see. And then,
oh yeah,
yeah, and then Santana and Hendrix, I think that one was a really close battle, but I think we expected as much.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
really much, yeah.
I think what it came down to between those two was basically had Hendrix had more memorable performances
Mm-hmm.
and more recognizable stuff than Santana.
Right.
So I think that's what that one came down to.
Yeah, and then also, if you think about, I think more people have probably heard of Hendrix over Santana. Like, well, probably people have heard of Santana. It's just like Hendrix is Hendrix.
Yeah,
And then I think, well, obviously we knew that Neil Young and Prince was gonna be a wash. Prince had that one easy.
yeah,
Stevie Ray Vaughan and Mark Knopfler. After I did a reaction on Mark, I was expecting that one to be a closer than I initially thought. I think it ended up about the same as I did, where Mark put up a pretty good fight, but I don't think there was really any question that Stevie was taking that one.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, with the whole first round, even going into the other side, like it was Jimmy Page versus Garcia. Actually, that one was a surprise. I expected that one to be way closer than what it was, but Jimmy ended up running away with that one.
Yeah. Well,
And then,
I think with Jerry Garcia, it's like honestly, to be honest, you want to know how I first initially found out about Jerry Garcia?
when he died,
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of
yeah.
like I said, not to say his stuff's bad, but I mean,
Yeah, but and honestly, that was how I first heard of him too. Because I think we probably learned it together. We were probably watching like VH1 or something, and that was when they announced it.
I mean,
Back
it could have
back
been
back when they played
MTV.
music.
Yeah. Well, at least with I mean, the thing is, at least with VH1, it's like you kind of expected more variety.
Hmm.
But I mean, when you have a station called MTV Music Television, you kind of expect music on there.
Right. Yeah. 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 So, but either way, I mean, just based off, I think that was probably just based on a lot of comments I seen because I seen that there were a lot of fans of Jerry Garcia. So I was really surprised to see Jimmy run away with that the way he did. And
I
then,
mean, it's probably one of those things where it's like, yeah, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm a fan of yours, Jerry, but when you going against Jimmy Page, sorry, buddy, kind of
yeah, I
thing.
mean, yeah, it's like if you're being objective about it, Jimmy was the better guitarist. So, all right. So, but outside of that matchup, the other three on that side, I think, were pretty much how we expected. I mean, we expected King to go over Harrison, expected Van Halen to um, wash Pete Townsend, and
Hmm.
I think we expected Brian May and Keith Richards to be a pretty decent battle. I figured that one was probably going to definitely be what's the word I'm looking for? Um, More of an association battle. You know, it was probably going to be more like Stones fans versus Queen fans outside of Keith Richards fans versus
Hmm.
Brian May fans, you know?
Well, well, I mean, I think like with the first round with the King and Harris, I mean, I had a feeling that thought that Harris would have gotten it just because of association with the Beatles,
Mm-hmm.
but luckily that didn't. You know, because I mean, for sure George Harrison's a better guitarist than I'll ever be,
Right. But
but
when, I mean, putting him
but
up against BB King, no, no.
yeah. But I'm saying in general, it's like he kind of didn't have like a standout like sound like
Yeah.
others did.
And you had mentioned that because it's like, yeah, you know he's a good guitarist, but it's like when you hear him and like if you just take away the vocals and everything like that, or you just do like some of his solo work, like if you're not really familiar with it per se, I guess it's like you said, George doesn't have his distinct sound, but when you hear BB King play, you know that's BB King.
Yeah.
Like you hear the guitar and you know that is him. Like there are some guitars that have their sound. Like Jimi Hendrix, when you hear him, you know it's him. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan, when you hear him, you know it's him. Prince, I would say, while he's kind of, I wouldn't quite put him in that category, but the only reason I don't fully put him in that category is because of the fact that he plays in so many different genres. It's just like,
Hmm.
how do you really pinpoint a specific sound, that is his, because he incorporates so much.
Yeah. Well, I think what helps Prince, it's like with the whole distinct sound thing, is he never. I don't think he needed it because he has standout solos. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Let's Go Crazy and Purple Rain.
Yeah, I mean, and you can even go other ones like, like I think about two very specific guitar solos from his Gold Experience albums of the song Gold and Dolphin.
Hmm.
Some of his stuff from Emancipation, even some stuff he did later on, even in Musicology. Even though I felt that was probably more like a funk type album, but I actually remember. I don't remember what album he was talking about, but I remember he was talking about somebody had asked him about a specific song they had put in because it sounded so different compared to the rest of the album, and he basically responded that he had to put it in there because it's like he had to have a song that had his guitar in it.
Yeah,
So
it sounds like something he would say.
yeah, so yeah, so basically with that whole first round, like I said, that pretty much went. But then we had the first match in the next round, and that's when everything went crazy, no pun intended, after what we were just talking about. I think the only match that went the way we thought was the Prince and Stevie Ray Vaughan match.
Wasn't that one kind of close?
It was a
I
close
don't
one.
remember.
I mean, I think we expected it to be close, but I think Prince led the whole time. Like, I don't think there was a point where Stevie Ray Vaughan led, but the fact that, I mean, like, I don't, no, I think there was a point where Hendrix was ahead of Clapton, but it didn't last very long, which
Yeah,
I
I
I don't
mean,
definitely did.
know. Work stuff called.
yeah, we
Yeah, no
figured.
worries. No worries. Yeah, we just got done kind of like discussing, like how things like pretty much went as expected in the first round, but now we're talking about the absolute chaos that was the second round, starting with Eric Clapton and Jimi Hendrix. I mean, it's just like, who the heck would have thought that? I mean, he led through most of that matchup. I think Jimi Hendrix may have had one lead at one point, but for the most part, it was Eric Clapton. I mean, who would have saw that coming? I feel like I feel like you influenced some voters, Eric.
I think I did too. I think I was talking to Bobby about that actually. I was
Yeah.
telling him, I think what I said played a big influence.
Well, either which way, whatever was said or done, I mean, it definitely had some sort of influence because he led most of the way. Now, personally, if I'm really thinking about it objectively, I might have figured that Clapton is a better guitarist. I think Hendrix has the stronger rep, and that's probably why we're
Once
probably
again,
leaning towards Hendrix.
as odd as it sounds, his death really helped.
Well, I mean, and actually, me and Bobby even talked about that with Jerry Garcia because we are talking about like, that was how we first heard of him was when he died. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to argue that.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Hendrix, sometimes his death can up can be a blessing to stuff like this, and sometimes it could go to detriment.
Hmm. Oddly enough, I actually was able to follow what you meant with that.
Because it's like I said, I think because with Eric Clapton, like for me, it's like he has some standout, but not to the extent of Jimi Hendrix. But the fact that he's kind of, he kind of navigated through like different like not genres, but I'll say like decades, because
Hmm.
he was, with 80s and then late 90s and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I
Eric
get you.
Clapton did something that most artists can't do. He transcended time. Almost nobody is still, was in the 90s was still jamming to Eric. We all knew who Jimi Hendrix was, but outside like us, I mean, it stuck to you out there. Not a lot of
Yeah,
Well,
people was
not too
really
many
jamming to
before.
Jimi Hendrix,
yeah,
and then we
yeah,
then we had to after Jimi Hendrix gave one of our friends a seizure.
oh yeah.
Oh, geez,
But
yeah,
like I said, I think that's another thing that why I say like it's like, yeah, his death might have upped his values for some people, but it can also be a detriment because if he was still alive, I mean, it's possible he could have been able to transcend time like Eric Clapton.
yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
he could have
But
easily improved his craft, but he just didn't have that chance.
yeah,
So I knew that's kind of like what you meant with that statement because he died. He didn't have a chance to improve on the skill he already had. Because I have no doubts that he
I
probably
mean,
could have.
I know it might be a little biased me, but a good example of that is Bon Jovi. He just came out with an album a few years ago, but he was also putting them out in what, the 80s.
Yeah,
So he's got the
80s,
80s,
90s,
90s, the 2000s,
90s.
2010s,
yeah. Well, I mean, you still got people like Paul
Metallica.
McCartney and Ringo Starr putting out albums,
Yeah,
and they've been doing it since the
Metallica.
'60s.
Pink Floyd's I want to say what Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album just had its 50th anniversary set come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a good set too. If I had an extra $200, I would have bought it.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to have that, but not that much.
Mhm.
You better be
I
buying
love
me
it.
groceries for like a week for that.
The best part about that was when
Always.
'cause their 50th anniversary thing, of course, had a rainbow on it for Dark Side of the Moon because, well, if you know what the Dark Side of the Moon album looks like, it has literally a rainbow on it. And there was
Yeah.
all these people like, oh, Pink Floyd, oh, I've been a lifetime listener for the past 40 years, but I'm not listening to you guys anymore. Actually, part of the woke stuff. And I'm like, what? What? First
You
off,
clearly were not a lifetime fan if you don't realize that was already a part of their album cover. It's because it's the reflection of a freaking like a prism.
Yeah.
and
Well,
I was like, secondly, have you listened to Pink Floyd those actual 4 years?
well, I mean, a little off subject here, but it's kind of like on the same subject of people being mad at Star Trek for being woke when that's practically the
It was
basically
the reason it was made.
Yes.
yeah.
The whole idea about it of that was, hey, look what happens if we can come together as humanity. Look at the advancements we can make. Was the whole point of Star Trek from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's just not me making assumptions. It's literally what the creator said.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, anybody who has really watched Star Trek knows that's the case.
Right. Or when they do it with Marvel, and I'm like, did you not know the symbolism behind Magneto and Professor Xavier?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you not understand that Black Panther came out when the Black Panther Party movement was huge, and he was a black guy from Africa, from a part of the country that was never colonized by Europeans or Spaniards or the French? Like, you missed that symbolism. Like, what is wrong with you? It's always been. Oh well. But I think that's what cracked me up about the whole Pink Floyd thing is people were just like, oh, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
First off,
Yeah.
that's their album.
I mean,
Secondly, that's
yeah.
in their music. But
Yeah.
that's off
Sometimes
subject.
sometimes I think people just complain just to complain sometimes.
Hard to
Oh
argue
yeah.
that.
I said, we gotta. No matter what happens, when you look at the dumb things we argue about here right now, it's just a sign of how good our lives actually are, because we have time to argue about this dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, right.
I
If
mean,
we were starving, we would not be
especially
arguing about
considering
this kind
that.
of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, considering that me and you, the best fight we had, fist fight, was granted I was the baby in the situation. You know, I was in the wrong, but it was over a pizza roll. I mean, when a fight is so bad that Lavelle has to break it up. Did I lose you
Right?
guys? Oh, there you are.
No.
Yeah, I'm about to say if Lavelle has to break up a fight, then it's getting pretty bad. And that was over a freaking pizza roll. So, yeah, like you
Yeah,
said,
so our lives are pretty good when we got like if you're starving, you don't fight over what an album cover looks like. Like
exactly,
you're too busy thinking about being hungry.
exactly.
If your country's at war, you're not arguing about an album cover. You're too busy worried
Trying to
about whether a bomb's gonna explode your house or not. Like
Yeah. So the fact
so,
that we take time to argue about that does kind of put things in a little perspective. Though I still do feel really bad that I somehow did overlook that guitarist for this tournament. Because with the way things have gone, maybe he would have made it far. Good Lord Almighty. But one thing I will say, geez, what match were we just talking about?
we were talking about I think we were still on Clapton and Hendrix.
we were.
Okay, yeah. Yep, I think you're right, yeah. Which I think we pretty much, I mean, honestly, I think anything we said with that one could probably almost apply to just about anyone. I mean, Prince and Stevie Ray Vaughan was the only one that really went the way any expected. Though I don't know, it's still going to take me a while to, I mean, again, not disappointed, but just still very surprised Brian May beat out Eddie Van Halen, especially considering that we thought he was going to be the one in the finals going against Prince.
Yeah, I think I mean besides the Clapton and Hendrix one, I think that one so I'm a bit shocked with too was Brian May's beating out Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, because I think we are talking about how possibly his association with Queen might put him through, but the idea that Eddie Van Halen was the focal point, of his group was probably going to be what pushed him through, but apparently not. Apparently that was not enough. Apparently
I thought
Freddie
Eddie
was.
Van Halen was going to push through because he is literally regarded as the greatest guitarist of all time. That's what I thought was
Right.
going to push him through, but
But I mean, the fact that he didn't, but again, that's kind of the beauty of these things. I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that really enjoyed the chaos that this caused. Especially
Well, I
since I
mean, if it,
know, because I know, Eric, I know you admitted that you were like about to vote to cause some chaos. And boy, oh boy, if you did do that, it actually might have.
it, I I saw it and I was like, do it, do like I had the I do it, do it.
Because the crazy thing is, had you, it is very possible that could have completely swung that match and we could be seeing Clapton versus King in the finals.
I just had to be realistic.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you did, because if you went for the chaos, it might have worked. Now, granted, I'm not going to lie, it would be very poetic if it was Eric Clapton versus BB King, considering they had a collaborative album together.
Yeah. You know what I find funny
Huh.
about the finals? Because remember the first video I was talking about? What if it was Robert Johnson versus BB King? I was half right. I was half right on that.
Holy crap, dude. I mean, that still would have been something, but yeah, I mean, because I know that we kind of just sort of laughed it off, thinking, yeah, there's no way, either of them going to do it. And sure enough, like you said, you were half right with that. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Foreshadowing.
I foreshadowed the chaos.
He foreshadowed because he wasn't rear shadowing. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Stop.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so let me see something here. That's not where I want to go. I want to go here.
Speaking of, I don't think I have voted for the championship. And there.
I mean, honestly, with the finals, I don't think I'd be disappointed on either or winning.
Where is it?
I have had the joy of
What
my
you want?
life on something else I would love to see
To a new
happen. Let me
product with
see
a
if there's
tight
another stuff
deadline?
that into it.
2 weeks?
To
Grandmother's
see
telling
Aretha Franklin and in person, mind you, and Diana Ross.
Dude.
Ooh, wow.
I was back when I worked at Hungry Hobo. Aretha Franklin was on tour, and she stopped by, came in, and got a sub.
You
She
know,
ordered a roast beef, no onions.
And
you know
you're
what?
never gonna forget that. You're gonna remember that
Mm-mm.
order to your. You could add dementia, and you're gonna remember that order for the rest of your
I
life.
know that works for us. No,
Dude, that another off topic and hot take for some people, but Hungry Hobo's way better than Subway.
oh, that's not even a hot take for me. Hungry Hobo's dominant in every.
I
I mean, it doesn't have
that,
as many breads to choose from, but its bread it does have quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Only the
Oh man,
Midwesterners know what we're talking about. Not even just Midwesterners. Only the Quad Cityans know what we're talking about.
yeah.
that is true. All right, guys. So I'm gonna share a screen on Discord here. Right now, it's probably black because I got it paused. But we are gonna do a first for this channel, and we are gonna see if anything happens or not. But we are gonna do a live reaction. So, all
Who you
right.
playing
So,
first?
right now, so it's Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says sometimes it snows in April. I think this was like a live acoustic set. I don't think it's just the song itself. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Oh, maybe I should unmute desktop audio.
Just seen him
Check this out.
strumming the guitar.
Oh, there's no audio coming out here. What's
I heard audio.
Yeah, well, I know you did, but it doesn't look like there's no audio popping up on the thing.
Lame.
Check this out. This is what I remember from high school.
Okay, what is going on here? So I know we're hearing the audio, but on my OBS, it's not showing that any audio is showing up on the recording here. So it's like it would be kind of pointless to do a reaction if the people can't hear it.
Indeed. Anything?
Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I think it's playing on the Discord audio.
Yeah. If you're sharing it on Discord.
Okay, so they will be hearing the audio. Okay, geez. Okay. It's just when I do the reactions, I'm used to the desktop audio bars popping up, but it's not. But then I just noticed, like, even though you guys were silent, the bars was still going, but that was when the video was playing, so. Yeah. So, okay. All right, so we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. All right. If you need me to turn up the volume so you can hear it a little better, just let me know, okay? All right. Let's do this.
Check this out. This is what I remember from high school.
You guys hearing it all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies,
I'll never go.
Since I'm on my phone, I actually don't have the volume up. Otherwise, you would hear that and my phone.
wait now.
Oh, jeez.
So it would do a bunch of feedback.
Oh. Oh, I like what he did there. Did you see that?
Yeah. That was pretty slick.
Good Lord, listen to that crowd. Oh, wow. I don't know what it is. I love acoustic sets.
Yeah.
They need to bring back MTV Unplugged.
Shoot. You know that ain't gonna happen.
That doesn't mean it needs to happen. I mean, it's still. Yeah, I know. I'm just. I just had to give up that fight.
I know.
On the guitar. You have to good job in the cedar. For real, that's it. That's all I know. See, once you could do that, you can impress folks. I went from that to this.
Unnecessary, my dude.
Was it though? Was it?
No.
Ooh, cameraman. Because I was about to say, it's getting blurry.
Sometimes it snows in April.
Isaiah is
Sometimes it feels
127. Yes.
so bad.
Eric, we can hear you.
So bad. so
What's that?
bad. Sometimes I wish that life was everlasting. All good things they say never last.
Song kind of takes on a little bit of a new meaning, don't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Especially considering that this is a song that played after his character died in Under the Cherry Moon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And if anybody complains about spoilers, it's been probably 40 plus years since that movie came out, so you got more than enough time. That's if they even know what the movie is, to be honest.
I'll still not get over the fact of how when we were younger, how we thought Prince looked like art.
Facility services, this is Eric. Hi, Brandon with the operation.
Hey, Eric, we can hear you. There we go.
Yeah, I'm about to. That's probably something that he doesn't need to be broadcasting over YouTube. Yeah, dude, that was a. I don't even remember where I first. Actually, I think Christy probably shared it with me. But I know that I really enjoy like those live acoustic sets.
Yeah,
You know,
I think it's because it's got a different feeling to it.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like well, it's bare, because it's just them, their guitar, just the bare bones of everything. So it's like you aren't getting all that extra stuff with it, So
Yeah.
it's kind of like if there was like anything that they were trying to do to, throw in some feeling or anything like with that. I think it's a lot easier to get when it's just, somebody, just themselves and their guitar,
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was also just kind of like my because like I think about like MTV Unplugged, like when I was talking about how they need to bring that back, but it's like, dude, I mean, I really wish I could just pinpoint exactly what all it is that I really just love about those just bare live performances, and it's probably just because it is bare, because you're getting like, I guess you'd say everything as it should be, if you don't know what I mean.
Well, I think for me, with like when it comes to like MTV Unplugged, like the acoustic stuff. I mean, it just for me, it just kind of has a feeling of like guys just getting together and making music.
Yes, there you go. There you go. I think that's pretty much what it is. There's like a pureness to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like I think of some of the songs you heard. Like I think about the song "About a Girl" by Nirvana, and it's like I've heard like the album version, I've heard the unplugged, and it's like for me, nothing beats the unplugged version. Same thing with like Layla. It's like I love the unplugged version because it's like like Clapton did so much in that song with so little, and it's just, I mean, and you're talking about the song "Change the World." It's kind of like the same thing, just need a couple acoustic guitars, bass and
Mm-hmm.
drums, and he didn't need anything special to make that song a banger.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, I think with like the song Layla, that song didn't really feel like it fit like what the music didn't fit the song necessarily.
right, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Know exactly what you mean.
I mean, it'd have been kind of like if you took Tears in Heaven and instead of acoustic, you put an electric guitar in it. It's like I think that
That
would have
wouldn't
like
work.
totally ruined it. Yeah, it would have totally ruined the song.
Yeah, that definitely would not work.
It's the only thing they had. They didn't have the other two.
Yeah, sorry, Chrissy was asking me about some
Yeah, I
meds.
heard her.
Give me a second here. I'm just trying to fix something.
Oh, speaking
But
of
yeah.
meds, I gotta give my dog meds real quick.
Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. Well, actually, you know what? With that being said, since we still got a little over an hour to go, since Eric's got something going on with work, you gotta give Bailey her meds. So we will take this time and we'll take a small break. We'll take like maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we'll get back to discussing this stuff a little more as we just wait out the rest of this tournament. As of right now, Prince is up 57-43. So we will see what goes on in the next hour and 10 minutes, but y'all don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Bobby, you back?
Yep.
Cool. And it looks like did Eric
No, Eric's
Eric
not
might
back.
yeah, he might have had to do something for work. Let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen since I really don't need to at this point. And let me get back to this. There we go. You know, one of these days, if this really takes off and everything, I really need to hire a team for this kind of stuff. You know, it's
Yeah.
amazing. You really don't realize how much work goes into this until you start doing it. But you know what? For the people. I'm all for the people.
Yep.
And speaking of people,
Uh,
I'm actually kind of glad with the name they chose for the community because now it can actually give me like my own personal, I guess you could say, I don't want to say catchphrase because I don't really think it's a catchphrase, but you know, because now that you know they voted to name the group Doc's Crew, you know, it's like I can probably start. I should probably start starting off all my videos and live streams with "Welcome aboard, shipmates." Now, you know.
yeah. Yeah, get that catchphrase going.
There you go. You know, it's kind of like with Jacksepticeye. You know, he starts off everything. You know, top of the morning to you. I can be like, "Welcome aboard,
Yeah.
shipmates."
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with like when some people talk about live streamers and how they're envious of them. It's like, man, it's not like they just. It's like, yes, they love what they do, but it's not like they don't put work into it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's like, I mean, just the work. I mean, just as simple as this setup may look on here, it's like it is amazing like how much time because I had to find a good background, find good colors, you know, make sure everything kind of complemented each other and all that stuff. It's just I could probably take this image off since we've already gone through all that, but it's just you know, oh, there goes Finn. But what was I saying? Oh, that's not the image I wanted to take out. Give me a second. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. But no, as I was saying, you know, just like this right here, while it looks like it should be simple, you know, just getting everything set up in the right spot, making sure everything fits, you know, and sometimes there's just so many things that just kind of work against you too, you know, especially, you know, well, yeah, I don't think people came on here for a YouTube tutorial. God knows I am not the one they need to be listening to for YouTube tutorials anyways. Outside of the fact that if you are a content creator and you're watching this and whatever, just focus on having a good time. You know, don't focus on making the money. While it is nice, you know, that, you know, every now and then I can get enough money to maybe help pay like an electric bill or something like that, you know, or maybe just get some extra equipment or whatever. Like it is nice, but really, like I think about the reason I got into it is just because I saw people watching Uno and have a good time, and then with this channel it just blew up because of the reactions. So you know, it's such a fun thing to do, but good lord, it is so much work.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh, thank you. All right, so hopefully those won't be too loud when I start chewing on those whenever I get to the point. Christy just brought in some chips for me, so she's a good wife. She makes sure I'm good to go. Speaking of good to go, okay. I was double checking to make sure I unmuted my mic. Oh boy, Lord knows we don't need
Yeah,
that kind of.
that'd have been awkward.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit awkward. Yeah, but you know, I was talking about like all the work that's involved with everything. Like I'm thinking about just this weekend, you know, because I got you know the stream tonight and then the stream tomorrow night too. That one's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
an emotional one though. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's crazy. You said she was gonna be she would have been 42.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow would be her 42nd birthday, and I have to admit, that's one of the things I was really glad that her birthday did fall on a weekend. You know, because you know, because I'm gonna have like these specialty live streams on like certain dates to commemorate some certain things. So the fact that her birthday, fell on a weekend, that really works out great for me because it's a lot easier for me to do live streams on the weekends rather than weekday. But um, yeah, but yeah, so that one will be at 8:30, and my friend Lana will be on with that one too, and she already said that she's probably gonna cry a bunch.
Oh, let the waterworks go.
Yeah. So, for those of you who are watching, I'm not going to spoil too much though, but tomorrow we're going to be doing a live stream to celebrate the life of Selena. Tomorrow would have been her 42nd birthday, but unfortunately, she was murdered by one who will not be named. And, we'll just discuss things, like how we were introduced, her impact. And we're definitely going to do some live reaction to that one. We're going to have and I won't spoil how we're gonna end it, but whether it's just Lana, whether I'm included or whatever, there probably will be tears flowing. I'm not ashamed to admit that there will probably be tears flowing. Yeah, because originally I was gonna do it on the anniversary of her death, but then I remembered that her birthday wasn't too far from it, and I figured it would have been more appropriate to do birthday rather than death day,
Yeah.
But so yeah, so that's tomorrow around 8:30. We'll be starting on that one. But for now, we got 58 minutes to go with this van vote. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh real quick, and I think we're still at Prince with the lead, 57-43. I have noticed that usually around this time the votes do kind of die, but given that it's the weekend, there is no telling. I mean, this is still
Oh,
close enough of a
oh,
vote.
Mike, correction on that. She would have been 52.
No, she'd be 42.
No, I just did the math.
Okay,
She was a lot more than 3 years older than us, cuz.
Yeah.
she was born in 81.
No, she was born in 71.
Is it 71?
Yeah, because
When we
I mean,
were kids, she was an adult.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What in the world? Why did I think 81? So she'd be 52.
yeah, I'm about to say because I'm sitting there. I'm like, there's no way I'm that much younger than her.
If that's the case, what were we doing with our lives? So
Yeah.
thank you for that catch. At least that'll give me time to correct stuff before it starts. I'm so glad you caught that.
Well, because you said when I said 40, like it's like that means she's like it's like she's like 5 years. I'd be 5 years younger than her.
She died when, like, we were, like, 9.
Like between 8 and 10, but yeah,
You know,
you're
it's
right.
exactly
You're right.
between
I
8
was
and 10.
I was an idiot. Well, I don't remember the exact year she died.
It was 95.
Was it
Oh, we
95?
were
So
11.
yeah, so we were 11.
But even still, that would have made her, like,
Well, no, actually, if we're gonna be
15.
technical, we would have been 10 because
Oh, yeah,
it was March
before
of
May.
'95. So
Yeah, I was 9.
yes,
9, maybe 8. No,
in March of '95.
no, I was. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's funny. Because I'll be sitting there and I'll just be I'll be listening to my music, and all of a sudden Dreaming of You will pop on, and I'm just like, man, if this woman was allowed to fully live out her career, she would have taken America by an even bigger storm than what she did.
Dude, she
Yeah.
would have been huge. I mean, I don't even want to think about how big she would have been.
You know what I think is so crazy about that whole situation with the whole thing? Just how huge she was just her singing Spanish music.
That's what
For
I'm
the
saying.
most
Like
part, yeah.
with that crossover, that would have. I mean, I think
Ricky Martin would never have been a thing if it wasn't for her.
there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't have been a thing if it wasn't for
Oh yeah,
her.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's the first example that popped in my head. So I
yeah,
think that was probably the closest to her.
yeah. But and and then I think about
Selena, not
yeah,
Selena.
J Lo.
I want to say Selena, Shakira.
Oh yeah, I mean I know Shakira was big in Colombia anyways, but I know when she did her crossover, there and how big she got. But it's like had Selena been around, people probably would have been you know, I mean it would have been like like Selena was the queen.
Yeah.
Selena could have been the Latino version of BTS.
That's a very
I mean,
interesting analogy right there.
in a way, I think she kind of was.
She had just got started in it, and it took a little bit for that to fully open up. BTS opened it wide open, but that's
Hmm.
because they had the time to do it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Selena never got the time to reach
Yeah.
what
And
they did.
what's interesting about the comparison to BTS is like yeah, they definitely cracked it open, but there was like bands before them that kind of helped it easier for them to crack it open because like Big Bang and Shiny were really popular.
Yeah.
Have, have you guys
And
listened
what
to any Mexican, specifically Mexican, like uh, love songs, like not like traditional Mexican love songs, but like their pop style love songs stuff? Them dudes, like some of those songs are popping. And sure, I only understand like one of every like 12 words,
if
but
that.
yeah, you get you a jam and are relaxed. Or one of my friends introduced me to it, and I just started listening to that stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, well, I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with like K-pop. Like with me, because I listen to K-pop, it was like I couldn't tell you what they're saying, but the beat and the flow of the song, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
and
I,
same
I
with
know exactly
J-pop,
how
you
you
know.
feel. That's what I'm saying. It's like I listen to Blackpink. I'm like, I don't know what the heck y'all are saying, but I know I'm enjoying this.
But no. But when you were talking about the Spanish song, Erica, it just reminded me that one time when I was over at your house and we were flipping through channels, and then all of a sudden we heard "bien bien bien."
Right?
we're like,
Like
what?
what?
We had to go back because we were like, what in the world?
It was some Mexican like drama that was on.
No, no, it was a song.
Oh,
It
was it?
was
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was like, "Bien, bien, bien," and he was like jamming out. I remember that now.
a because yeah, back then when you change channels, like when you just like cycle through the channels, you'd like hear like a second or two of the channel that before it moves on. And so you're just hearing it, and all of a sudden we heard "bien bien bien." We're like, "Wait, what?" We had to go back and watch it.
It's like, wait, what? What in the world?
It was that was so funny.
Holy smoke! You were on that, Rebecca. I couldn't even keep up.
You go, Rebecca.
I was okay, my coworker. Yeah, I'm so tired of these fake elevator calls.
Oh, jeez.
I think Prince has got this wrapped up.
Maybe, but hey, you
No,
never know. You never know.
there's no
Anything can happen in the next 51 minutes.
Hey, it's like,
there's no
hey,
doubt.
it's like Rocky
No,
said, ain't nothing over till it's over.
ain't no doubt in my mind. BB King is a better guitarist, but I can see why Prince wins it all.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, BB King is the best guitarist on the list because he's the only one where if you hear it, you're like, "That's BB King." Oh no, that's not true. Jimi Hendrix. You know Jimi Hendrix too.
Well, you probably know Stevie Ray Vaughan too. Like, wait, there's a few guitarists on here where you hear them and it's like it's them.
Well, I think not so much as that as is you hear somebody play and you say it's BB King when it's not.
Yeah. All right. Actually, hey, you guys know what? You know what we should do?
No.
Let's see. So we got 50 minutes
Ooh,
left.
I did earlier. I talked to him. All right, thanks. So the
What?
service is in.
It's work. It's work. I'm about to say I knew it was work because what he
Yes,
was
sir.
saying made no sense to what was being said.
I just let him
All
know that for you guys it's down as well, and we are working on it. And they said, all right, and they'll just have to wait it out. Yeah.
All right, so okay. So when Eric gets off, I'm gonna give my suggestion on what we should do, because I figure since this is the first live stream we've done on this Discord, we might as well break some things in.
And inside, real plenty, no longer ordered from the we do kind of come together anyway.
I was about to say, is that Eric normally talking or is he sounding robotic?
Building automations is able to look at it through another
Good question, to be honest.
Yeah, Seagull's what we use here for our
Oh.
FAS. So.
Oh, that's the one on the phone.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks, Phil. I appreciate it. Sure. Yeah. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful night. All right, thanks. Yes, sir. Bye.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so
Whoops, did you?
that's all right.
Yeah,
I don't
we
think there was
heard.
any sensitive information on there. So, anyways, I was just
No.
saying, because since we still got some time, and this is the first live stream we have done on this particular Discord, I think we need to break some things in. So, what do you guys say about a game of Guess That Song?
Oh,
Oh, God.
sure. I don't know how to play.
Okay, no worries. So first thing we'll need to
Pokemon
do.
Sonic.
Okay, so go to the Guess That Song thing and switch to that voice chat.
Guess the song, the voice chat or the
Voice.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. I'll turn on camera here. Okay, so now that we're all in the VC here, so basically, because I think I did do a test round, just to see how it worked. So basically, I'll get everything set up. All right, where is the? Give me a second here.
Your second's up.
Yeah, well, normally I look at it and it tells me how to start it. Oh, maybe because I did. Let's go play again. Oops.
Oh.
Scratches his head and does his best. Well, then there Diane got to run off to the city. Diane says, baby, you
Alright,
ain't
so I guess it's
getting
just
something.
so I guess
Jack
it's
said,
80s stuff.
Oh yeah, life goes on.
I see how this works now.
Walking through the valley, move west down Ventura Boulevard.
It seems I'm far away.
Oh my God.
I wish this would work. Thank you.
But never wonder. Far away on the other side. Will you come to talk to me
Oh my
this
goodness.
night? But she couldn't find how to push through.
We blew that one.
Running through their head, and you can just about spot a freak anywhere. But then again, you could know someone all their life and might not know they're a freak unless you see him at night. Cause
What's happening the other way?
Yes, that's ironic. I'm about to Eric, you missed. I'm about to say you better have been the first one to get that one.
Bored as hell and
Oh, Eric.
You just would have waited for a minute, Eric. You still won.
Oh wow.
But that's just funny, Eric. If you would have just waited a second, you would have gotten that right.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna guess. Click, and then it gave me. I was like, oh.
I think
I was
what
like, at
really
that
funny
point, you might
about
as well
that
wait it
is,
out.
like, I was just looking and he was like, I heard the word feeling. I'm like, okay, so it's got to be dancing on the ceiling because it rhymes with feeling.
Good call. I'm surprised you got the Boys in the Hood one wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh man, I'm so mad at that one.
I can't believe I won because I'm the one who knows the least about music. Almost.
Well, the 80s at least.
Well, the 80s is my jam.
Yeah. Now I know I can choose. I'm trying to.
Trying to choose a different genre.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard the first touch of Time After Time, as soon as I heard the first, dude, I was like, nope, that's Time After Time. I knew
It's like I knew you had that, and you knew you had that.
Well,
I
the
love
problem
that
is
song.
you're trying to do it fast, but you're trying to find the freaking thing.
Yep.
You're like, oh, I know. You're like, dang, where is it?
We'll be waiting. Remember that music game that used to be on, like, what was it, Facebook, where you could compete against each other?
Oh yeah.
I missed that. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it still exists or people still play it or not, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it just became its own app.
right. I was doing a lot of, like, I had a lot, like, I had anime, 90s love songs, 80s love
No.
songs, 80s rock ballads. No one was beating me in the 80s rock ballads. I think I
No.
was undefeated.
Ah,
No,
there we
I had
go.
I had a friend that I would play that with, and I would smoke her every time. She would get so butthurt about it. I'm like, I just love music.
Stephanie would play against me with that. I beat her every single time. It's not because how much I love music. It's because of how little Stephanie actually listens to music. Until she hit me out with some like Spanish jams thing, and she just dog stomped me because I got literally one right. I guessed everyone. I had a 25% chance of being correct, and I still didn't get 25% of the answers.
I know, right? Let's see what genre you picked this time.
All right, yeah, give me a second. I gotta get everything
No.
set up.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
No,
start
what should we do?
What genres are on there?
Well, I mean, they had like K-pop, anime music, album covers, throwbacks,
Well-
R&B, 60s.
Well, I'm saying we should take turns, and one of us gets to choose a category.
Okay. Well, okay. That'll work. So basically,
I'll
the
let
way
one of
do
you
it-
two choose next because I would have picked 80s. So I
No,
mean, mine's
I'll
already been picked.
All right. Well,
I'll
I'm gonna tell you right now. I switch it to 90s.
I'm about to say I'll let Mike pick since he didn't really know how to change it.
All right. So we're doing 90s
But-
now.
All right.
All right. And
I'll start to taper off here for sure.
If it did, then we would sing it on the news. While you're aiming your gun at me and I'm aiming back at you.
oh,
We suck.
With the hand.
Oh,
and that was a Prince song too. We missed the Prince song.
I wonder how
I know, right?
the fire to shine. You say I've made your life a living hell.
Oh, nice.
Just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire, mind and meinem sind The snake is full of fishes. She's got many fishes on the brain.
Oh, we suck.
I was trying to scroll and I clicked it.
I love the song. It's my favorite SMP song right there.
Now we don't need a club, we can do it at my house. My front door.
Nobody should get this wrong.
And ladies, if you come and leave your children at the nursery, so you get slow on the end.
Eric.
Oh, that was fat fingered.
Hard to be sure. Sometimes I feel so insecure. I've got the broken skin. Everything in my heart, make me do it again.
Well, we all get a White Zombie song, but we all miss a Prince song.
Facility Services, this is Eric. Hi. Yeah, I do believe that was Rico. Official notes that leads to top. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. Did you call the operations center?
Well, I mean, the timing was pretty perfect.
Earlier, actually, but I already got in contact with you guys. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. So, all right. I'll get everything started. So, Bobby, I'll let you know the categories.
Well,
Two of
I'm
those
gonna
were
choose
good. The one
K-pop.
I
I'm gonna
tried to
choose
scroll.
K-pop.
You're gonna choose K-pop.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know. I mean,
I mean, worse than what I did in the '90s, but like I said, two of those were misclicks. One I tried to push, and then I guess it's sitting on my phone. Remember, I'm doing this on my phone. It's a different beast.
well, I mean, to be fair, because on the Let's Get Down, I had it like I pressed it and then nothing happened. I was like, so I clicked it again.
Yeah, I tried to scroll my phone to make it better, and it clicked it for me. And I was like, no, wait, no. The other time
No.
the other time I just pressed, and I must have pressed them both, and it picked what it wanted.
So is Eric next then after this one?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
낫지 어디 갈지는 안 정했어 Wait till I friends 10분을 다시 걸게 하고 바로 너에게 calling 친구다 바빠 나와 rolling girl head down get FaceTime Stranded 너 지금 어디 I'm begging you 그래도 시스템 검거린 작업 위로 대표다 구라지게는 시성한 배지 What's the name of the game BAP 절망의 늪에서 살아본 적
Oh, that kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
I'm glad I waited. What? I'm having issues with clicking. That's twice. Like the first time I clicked.
Oh.
We all missed.
Oh my goodness. Is Eric gonna win this?
Okay, yeah, I think that, but if someone's out there, then
Oh my goodness, Mike
wake up
won.
tomorrow.
I don't know
Yes,
how
a
I
lot of
won
them.
that.
So I don't think it's
The fact that Eric was even in the lead at one point.
I know, right?
we did send a plumber up for that already, so there is someone that's going to be on the way. So okay, don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
As, as
Get a
soon as
tour of
Eric gets off.
so it doesn't matter when. Okay. Yes, sir.
Give me a second here. There we go.
All right, Eric,
Wow.
choose your genre.
Hold
what
on.
What are the choices?
Give me a second. I'll let you know. All right. So, throwbacks, everyday hits, 2010s, all-time hits and classics, 2000s, viral TikTok hits, pop, guess the anime, indie, alternative.
That's the anime.
Guess the anime.
Guess
I
the
had a
anime.
feeling that's where
Oh,
you were gonna go.
Oh God.
I bet you it's going to be a bunch I don't know too.
Alrighty. Alright, go 10 songs. 10 seconds.
Oh, just to let you know, Mike, when it's my turn again, I'm gonna do K-pop again, just to see if there's a difference in the music they select.
Oh, I can guarantee you there is. Because the 80s one we did, that was all different than the test one I did.
Still gonna
Alright.
do K-pop again. Just
Alright.
for shit.
Alright, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh. I got this. Oh my
I
goodness.
watched Diamond No Ace. Crazy.
Of course you got that.
Ooh.
I have no clue.
Apparently none of us do. Dang it.
Apparently, Barbie doesn't come up with anime out of us.
Dang it. Really?
I'm gonna let you know a couple of them I just pulled out of my
Everyone that I
behind.
got right, I knew. Well, I knew they were going to play some animes that I've never watched. Like, I've never actually watched Ranma.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh, man.
All right, your turn, Mike.
Alright.
You know what were you saying to me earlier, Rebecca? I don't know. I'm in here with my buddy from Discord playing a music game. Every time someone calls, I'm trying to push it down.
Alright. I think, you know what? I'm going to go with... No, I'm not going to do that. Alright, we're going to do TV show themes.
You know what's funny before you start? Is how I mostly listen to K-pop and I didn't win that. Eric's probably the resident anime person and he didn't win it.
It all goes
That
to
is-
show. Sometimes it's just
Well, I think the thing is, it's like it's with it's not only times, but you're going against people.
also the streaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so I don't know if you heard Eric. We're doing TV show themes. Alright, y'all ready?
I did. Let's do it.
like Luciano. The kilos coming like they new pianos. The fat boy got the big body. Coast to coast, I could shoot product.
I have no idea what this show is.
What are these movies? Or shows?
I don't know. I don't know any of these so far.
what kind of show is this?
I miss you so much.
Giving it all for the skyline.
Come on, say that seems pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Is this TV show themes or just songs from TV shows?
I think it's supposed to be themes. Based off of... Okay, I was wrong.
Oh, jeez.
So, all I really wanna be is an icon or a statement. No, it's legendary.
Oh, I picked up. Dang it.
I'm so.
Oh, that cost me. Dang it!
Yeah, it says TV show. I mean, it's like I
I
don't think.
only knew Sons of Anarchy of the actual songs that were on there. The only one that I knew was Sons of Anarchy, and the
I'm
rest
about
were
to say
all
Sons
guesses.
of Anarchy, I guessed, but it just seemed like an obvious guess. But Victoria, I knew because Christy and Bethany used to watch that on a weekly basis, so I
The
remember
reason
that.
I got Victoria was because the first thing it sounded like they said was Victoria. I wasn't sure, so I clicked Victoria.
No, they're saying I think it was Hallelujah.
Doing show tunes?
You're close enough.
It's
Oh
a
yeah, hallelujah.
guess the song,
I
and
mean,
we're doing a TV show themes.
Oh, kick your butt at that. You're not doing well, are you?
I think I won one.
Of
yeah,
TV show?
yeah.
No,
I think you won. That.
I won the K-pop.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't know shows.
Okay, so Bobby, it's your turn to pick the category. You're doing
You
K-pop
are
again,
coaching
aren't you?
K-pop.
Yeah. I was just gonna do this one more time, just to see the difference.
Well, I'm just gonna click whatever song as fast as possible and see what happens.
I mean, as weird as that sounds, that's a pretty sound strategy.
It's not terrible.
I've
Alright.
heard worse.
All right, we all ready?
Yep.
There's only
Okay.
one K-pop song that I know that I could tell you off the top of my head. Gangnam Style.
목소리처럼 기분 좋은 상상 속에 sweet dream.
Oh no. Oh, okay, never mind. I knew I got it wrong, but that
제발
was-
hurry, don't you worry, we can make it. 둘이 없는 밀려오면 just 나를 봐봐. 너를 향한 믿음이 very 넘치니까. Don't be afraid, 마음이 섭섭해지니까. 그저가 I love you. Girl, I wanna get down. And I'm gonna get down, down. And I'm gonna get down, down. And I'm gonna get down, down. 너만 아니까. 다시 한번 my love forever.
잠을 깨워 또 깨워 밤새워 애태워 해봐도 그리움 못 채워 그저 그쪽 편지만 몇 글자 보고 싶어
추억을 돌아봐 흐려진 빗물에
I think it's safe to say Bobby's gonna take this one.
24시간 기다리지 마. 난 매일 좀 바쁘니. I'm a side page 위험하지.
If he misses,
처음에 우리 말 맞춰 나란히 내 발을 앞으로 나란히 곁에 홀로 남아서
Yes, I have right the wrong.
My
All right.
strategy was working pretty well at first, but then I forgot what songs had already passed, and I was like, oh.
All right. So I think we got one more, and then we're gonna
Hold on,
react to some
guys.
BB King. So Eric, you want to do anime again, or did you want to do a different category?
He's dying.
We're witnessing a death live on
Just
stream.
choking on my own spit. Alright, categories again. Let's go with 70s.
70s, okay.
Ooh, 70s.
That's one that all of us can play good at, or at least decent enough. Oh, that's the end of me.
Game over,
It was
man.
nice knowing
Game
you.
over.
No, I'm just gonna die the way I lived.
Choking.
Oh, whew.
Well, at least you don't
All
have
right.
to ask mom for lady pads.
Right?
Yeah.
Folks, that's a story for another stream.
I'm crying. Oh,
Let me know when you are well enough for me to start this.
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. I would
Still crazy
Oh.
after all these years.
Oh
I didn't
no.
mean to.
We're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, and let the love in start.
Oh no.
Yes.
I messed up. I messed up.
Let me press. Let me. Oh, I'm so mad.
Dang. Lost it.
My time is at hand.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, such a good song.
I wake up any night, any day. I know that it's you I need to take the blues away.
See, I knew 3 that it wasn't.
Oh yes.
I'm about to say if anybody missed that. Oh,
Oh my
well.
God.
Well,
All right,
what
then.
that would be.
Ooh, that was a good one. I almost want to do that one again. Just, I might make it 20 songs this time though.
What is
Dude,
it? 10
that-
songs so far?
Yeah.
Okay. You doing it
Which one
again?
did you put out? Which one?
All right. Oh, we're doing this category again. I'm just gonna. Oh,
I
he's
think
talking.
it's-
It's on its way. Yes, ma'am. One of mine was a misclick. I should have had it. Just while I'm doing this on your phone. But if I had a headset and a mouse.
All right. So after this one, we will react to BB King. Yeah, we definitely need to. Dude, this is proven to be a lot more fun than I expected. All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it.
Keep on turning. Ooh, the primary
Y'all better
keep
get this
on
one.
burning. And we're rolling.
I don't know what we're doing.
Ooh, what's this one?
Oh,
with
Nailed it.
this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
She just said it.
And the sun shines on the bed. Ooh, I wanna be there. Let your control your destiny. Oh, and to ourselves, yes we do, to live happy I know we can make
Well,
it work.
thank you.
I know we can make it if we try. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can, yes, we can. Want my heart, so I just had to stay.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Never mind.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh. There we go. I know that somebody picked this one earlier.
Yeah, it was me messed that one up.
Wiping out the traces of the people and the places that I've been. Oh, mercy, I'll take you there. Oh,
Am I the only one that thinks of The Simpsons when I hear the song?
I knew I messed up the moment I clicked it.
Country is what you make it.
I clicked the wrong one.
Alright, you got
Okay, I'm still in the
dominant
lead,
We're
though.
not coming back.
I may need my home, but I should just stick to those songs I never
Uh-oh.
done.
Starry, starry night,
Ooh.
flaming flowers that brightly blaze,
Oh, jeez.
swirl.
Wide and I'm gonna get me to the other side.
Mississippi man, I'm losing my mind.
Uh-oh.
Gotta have your
You know what that is?
I'm gonna jump.
Everyone better get this one.
Ooh. Really?
They picked a weird part of the song, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know my face is getting short.
I'll give you that.
I got a funky job and I paid my dues on the good foot. On the good.
We really killed that one.
Yeah. So apparently 70s music is our forte.
Which is weird, but well, as a
You would
group,
think-
collectively, yes.
You would think 80s or 90s would be our strong suits. No, we go for the decade before. It makes me wonder how we do on
The thing
60s.
about
But
90s, I don't think any of those, almost none of those songs that popped in the 90s came on the radio in Iowa.
I can guarantee you that Interstate Love Song did. I mean, I remember
Well-
that one.
Well, we
Yeah,
never
that's
tried
it.
out. We never tried out the 2000s either.
Oh, I would be terrible at the 2000s.
See, I feel like more modern stuff I would be terrible with.
Well, maybe not the 2000s. Some music came out later than we think. Like, I sit there and think, but Kryptonite came out in what, 99, 2000? Like, in that area? Like,
Actually, I would think that was probably closer to 2001, 2002.
I
Well,
was
when they say
driving when it
2000,
came out.
well, when they say 2000s, it means from the year 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
Yes, it literally came out in 2000.
Oh,
And
I'll be darned.
Kryptonite came out in 2000. I remember driving in that Honda and listening to the song.
Yeah, we did listen to the crap out of that song.
I mean, you got stuff like Higher, My Sacrifice.
Yeah.
There's quite a few
I know
songs
he
that came
got
out
a
in
call for
2000s.
that, so I'm going to assume that he got it taken care of. I'm going to call her.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about assuming.
Actually, I'm going to call people who
Ghostbusters.
let me check into that.
Today we're here to honor your legacy. Symbols.
All right. Soon as he's available. Go ahead and share that. I need to move this back over here. Alrighty. Did Eric disappear?
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted, so he probably had to do it. Well, just given the time, so I'll probably just go ahead and start this. So this says it's one of BB King's greatest ever guitar solos. So let's see here. A live performance of Nobody Loves Me But My Mother. Oh, this was in Sweden. All right. All right, well, we'll take a look and see what Mr. King has for us here. Let me make sure it's shown up on there. Yes, it is. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. See, again, you're just listening from a distance. It's like you said, you hear that. It's like you know it's him.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Good Lord Almighty. Dude, his bends are something else.
Yeah, it is.
See, what I really love about his guitar solos, and I know I mentioned this when I was doing The Thriller's Gone, it literally feels like every note he has in those solos, it's like each note like has its own purpose, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, I think what I like about him, just like his facial expressions as he's playing.
Exactly, and it's like the solo and the notes, everything matches. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even think this is the whole song. I think this is just a solo.
I mean, that's all you need.
That's true. That is true. Poor Eric, because he's watching this on his phone, he's probably going to have to wait for the replay to even listen to this. Oh, man, that poor guy. Ugh. See, it feels like that you just like watch them, and it's like you know they're just trying to make sure they don't drown him out. But then again, you ain't drowning out BB King. If he wants to, you can try your best, but then he's just gonna. Well, you see what he's doing. I don't need to say nothing. Oh man. Could you imagine the feeling of being there live, watching him do this?
Oh man. I'll tell
It's
you
like,
what,
would
the
you?
audience was in for a treat.
Like I remember, like with the Thrill Is Gone, when he threw his guitar pick into the crowd. Like I'm thinking about like when Michael Jackson threw his fedora in the crowd, and you're seeing people fighting over that fedora. I'm like, I wonder how many people fought for that guitar pick.
Oh, I know, right?
Man, look at that! It's like he is feeling every single note he is playing.
Yeah, he is.
I love some players, but you just can't tell me that he's better than this. Prince, you can jam to that. You just feel to the depths of your soul.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think when he died, I think that was like the first meme I ever created on my own. Is the one does not simply listen to BB King. It's like you feel that junk when you're listening to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh man. See, now after watching that, that just makes me even more glad that it's like even though Princess went, it's like just seeing this, not even expecting BB King to make it to the finals. Just watching that though makes me really glad that he did end up making it to the
No,
finals.
it's at any time, no.
Just the timing of that.
Like, I imagine it's the dining hall. They're probably open in the morning.
Just the timing of
That was
it's
pretty comedic.
So, anyways, and also for BB King to have became as popular he did at the time that he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, there's just so many things. It's like I said, when you just take everything into consideration, it's like even though none of us expected BB King to make it to the final, it's like I can't. It's like I'm just so glad he made it to the finals,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
fact that he still kept it pretty close with Prince. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
it's not a
That's how I felt.
landslide.
That's how I felt about the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team. I was just glad they made it to the finals.
oh man. Dude, yeah, and you know, for people who don't even watch sports all that much, like even Jacob and Tanya were so mad at the refs with
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fully blame the refs.
I don't
No,
either,
like,
but
Iowa
I
girls,
mean,
there's only one good player on the Iowa girls team. That's the problem. I mean, she might be
Well,
the best, in my opinion, the best in the league right now, but only one.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't fully blame the refs, but they weren't helping.
no, they
No,
weren't.
that terrible technical that they threw on her, having forced her to change her entire way she played for the rest of the game at one of the most critical points in the game, didn't help.
Yeah,
That technical was
yeah.
ridiculous.
But you see, but the
Yep.
thing is though, is like even if Iowa won and LSU lost, I would still have to get on the refs on that one because they made bad calls on both sides for both teams.
Yeah.
It was like it was almost like it felt like they like made it a point to make sure that they were the story of that finals game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Well,
not understanding, it's like, and what's crazy is like the significance of that game, like how many eyes were on that game, and it was a women's NCAA finals game that had like the nation watching.
oh yeah.
I mean, that is huge for women's sports in general, not just women's basketball, just women's sports.
Yeah. I think the thing with me, I think I told you, it's not the fact of the bad calls. I mean, they were bad, but what maybe scratched my head more was the amount of missed calls.
That too,
Let's
yeah.
not.
I mean,
Oh, also, let's not forget that BB King was well, I guess technically still is, a veteran of World War II.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he did get released to drive tractors, but that's because they needed that.
Yeah. But either which way, BB King definitely deserved, his spot in the finals, and I'm glad he had that spot, even though with 4 minutes ago, it's not looking like he's gonna come back. I'm not gonna completely wrap it up yet, but it probably is safe to say that Prince is winning this tournament. Not that, I mean, really, there aren't really too many people that were in this tournament where if they came out and won that you could really fully complain about it, outside of maybe two. But because I mean really just about anybody on this list outside of like a few could really make strong arguments on why they should have won this thing, but I'm just really glad that BB King did make it to the finals, and
yeah.
I think like even in the first round with the Eric Clapton Robert Johnson matchup, like I think it just made me, I guess it just kind of reinforced, just like the people I guess who are following along and voting on this thing. It's kind of like, it kind of makes me feel like it's like, okay, maybe these people, I don't want to say are cultured, because I mean with Robert Johnson, I mean I'm not going to expect anybody to know some blues musician from the 1930s, but the fact that there were people who either they did know him or maybe they didn't know him and took the time to listen to him before they voted, it's kind of like, it feels like the people who are voting on here actually did some, like either knew, anybody involved and or did their due diligence or whatever. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So the question is, though, what do you think we should do for the next tournament?
Next tournament. Ooh. Well, I guess it depends on the subject matter you want to do.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I got one.
Hmm.
Starfleet captains.
Ooh.
There's so few, though.
Well, as long as I can come up with 8.
Be a small tourney, but yeah. I was thinking 80s rock ballads.
Ooh. Ooh, you might be onto something there.
Because there are so many standouts.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm still only going to do 8 because I learned my lesson trying to do 16 by myself. I mean, trying to do 16 reactions, doing them every day and all that. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sticking with 8 from now on.
Oh my gosh.
But look, I
Right now,
mean,
I'm trying to think of the best 8 rock ballads.
Well, Mike, I got one for you.
Yeah, what you got?
Is the Star Wars movies ranking
Yeah,
or tournament.
we would
Since
probably have
May
to give.
4th.
We'd probably have to give one of them a buy at least. Or are we talking about the Skywalker saga? Oh, hold up! It just hit midnight, so let me hit refresh. I can already tell you Prince has won. So with the margin of 58% to 42%, Prince has taken this tournament and he is our champion for best guitarist of all time. Though I will say BB King put up a really good fight. And it's just, unfortunately, it just struck midnight on his Cinderella story.
Shoot. BB King, like, I'll show you. Want a bit?
or even one-hit wonders.
Oh, there's a lot of one-hit wonders. Well, I was saying
Yeah,
the
you'd have to
Star
pick
Wars.
a decade.
I was thinking the Star Wars one because since May 4th's around the corner.
Or you can do Star Wars fight scenes specifically.
Like lightsaber battles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. We'll discuss this. We'll definitely discuss this. But in the meantime, so we got our champion crowned. and we definitely had a nice fun game of guess that song, and we're definitely going to have to incorporate that into some live streams more often. Try to get some more people involved with this.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas. So I think that pretty much does it. We got ourselves a nice Prince reaction. We got a BB King reaction up in there. I have to make sure I get those links so I can throw them in the description here. You know, I need to make sure that the people know where to go for those things. But either which way, so this was definitely a dude. This is
When you said
definitely
it
a
hit
fun
Lynette, I
tournament.
got so excited, and then I realized that you weren't talking about me, and I was like, oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, y'all. So I think that's probably going to be a good spot to end it. But I mean, yeah, we'll definitely make sure to talk about some more topics on here. On the meantime, though, are you guys going to be on the stream tomorrow night?
I'll probably be on. What time is it again?
So it's probably going to be. I might move it to 9 o'clock my time just to make it on a more even hour. Because right now I got it set for 8:30, but I'll probably move it to 9.
Okay.
And what's this stream about?
Selena.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'll be there. Probably.
All right.
I might
For her
be. I might be.
52nd birthday, not 42nd birthday, 52nd.
I might be there about 9:15ish or so, but
No worries. I mean, we'll probably be there. I don't know how long it'll be. Like I said, we're just probably just
oh wait,
gonna.
you said your time. No, yeah, I'll be there on time.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys for stopping by and helping me out with this tournament. And for anybody watching, everybody who voted, thank you all for making this a very memorable tournament. Definitely great incentive for me to keep doing these things, but it's a great way to interact with the community, so I love it. So thank you guys for stopping by, watching the streams, and voting along. When we figure out what tournament we'll do next, I'll definitely make sure to post it, but we'll probably make sure to spread it out a little bit. But either which way, thank you all for stopping by, and we'll catch y'all down the road. All right, and